What's up guys, SkittleRampage here. So ResellerCon 2023, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. ResellerCon, that's not what they call it. What did they call it? It was like Funko Warehouse. Oh, the Funko Warehouse sale over in Arizona was happening over the last few days, and here's all the crazy drama that you missed. So let's check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope your weekend is going well. So if you missed it, over at Funko's Arizona warehouse, they decided to do a public sale where collectors could show up and actually purchase things that they basically had an overstock of so they could get rid of it. Now, of course, it's not a Funko event if there isn't a little bit of drama there. Now, I purposely wanted to wait until a majority of the event was over. The last day is tomorrow, Sunday, just because I didn't want to make several videos about this one topic. I'll leave that to other people. But basically, I'm going to sum up everything that has happened so far in this video, so make sure to stay tuned for a second. Now, as always, we have our question of the day first here, and that is drop a comment down below as to what is one of your favorite Funko Pops in your collection. Mine is going to be my Clark Kent Tom Welling signed Funko Pop. Okay, so quickly I'm going to explain the video layout and how I'm going to kind of film this video for you guys. So firstly, for anybody who is not interested in my opinion on the whole subject and you only care about the drama, I'm going to state all of this in the first half of the video, and at the end of the video, if you want to hear my opinions on everything, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so let's jump into the controversies. One of the biggest controversies at this event was the fact that Funko NFTs were actually sold there, and if you remember correctly, Funko NFTs are only supposed to be sent to the people who did actually redeem their tokens. Now, how we knew this happened was the fact that a Funko employee was actually being recorded as he was talking, and he did state that Funko NFTs, the TMNT, one of the first Funko digital NFT drops to happen, 2 boxes apparently were actually sold to employees on the employee and worker day, where basically just only employee and workers could go in and shop and buy whatever they wanted. Now, this is also further confirmed by Funko's pricing sheet at the event, where it does state Funko NFTs were $15 there. So they had it on the list, so that does mean that they actually planned for them to be there. Now, as I mentioned before, Funko NFTs are supposed to be produced in the quantity that is actually redeemed by collectors who purchased the cards and did actually get the tokens in their accounts. And originally what we were told and what we knew before all this happened was any tokens that weren't redeemed were supposed to be destroyed, quote unquote. And this is confirmed by these screenshots here of Drop on Twitter saying they get destroyed, or Patrick from Drop, I'm assuming an employee in the Discord, saying unredeemed will be destroyed. They will not end up in circulation. We have stated numerous times that the unredeemed pops get destroyed. We are destroying all the unredeemed Funko Pops. However, as you can see, this is not exactly the case given we have 2 cases that were actually sold at this event. And furthermore, over on OfferUp, you can see that these were actually sold almost the same day, if not the next day, in the location Phoenix, Arizona. So it is kind of interesting, to be honest, why these were sold, why they were created in the first place. Now, surprisingly enough, Drop actually made a statement about this, and I gotta give them credit for that, to be honest. I wasn't expecting them to make a statement because usually Funko or anyone involved with Funko doesn't make statements on anything happening in the Funko world, especially when it's a problem, but they did, and this is what they had to say. To our fans, we are aware of the situation in which unclaimed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle digital pops physicals were incorrectly processed and accidentally made available for sale to employees. This is an unfortunate situation that should have never occurred, and we are taking the necessary steps to determine how this happened and ensuring it doesn't happen again. The integrity of this program is of utmost importance to us, and we're working on recovering the products so they can be properly processed. We appreciate your patience and understand as we resolve this issue. Now, based off what they were saying here, to my understanding, Drop didn't know this was going to happen. They did not know that they were actually going to be sold at this event. And it is nice to see that they are trying to make somewhat of an effort to actually get these pops back and get them out of circulation, but unfortunately, it's not going to be as easy as they think, and I highly doubt they'll even be able to get them back. So with that being said, it doesn't really fix the problem, and going forward, they're going to have to really make sure this never happens again, because fan trust right now is extremely low. Now, our next controversy is more stuff that was actually sold there. So, again, as I mentioned, a majority of this stuff was just overstock or stuff they couldn't move, so that's why they discounted it. And again, showing you the pricing guide here, we have hoodies at 20 bucks, t-shirts at 10 bucks, pop diecast half price at 25, skateboards at 40, Fun Days boxes at 40s, Fright Night soda bundles at 20, bags 20, so on and so forth. Now, here's a series of screenshots of a lot of different things that were actually there, lots of exclusives, lots of commons. I even noticed some stuff that recently dropped on the Funko shop as well, which was kind of nuts. So So overall, there was just a lot of crazy stuff here for half price, basically. Now, among all that stock as well, an employee did state the fact that there were some hidden gems for every single day. Now, here's just a list of a couple pops that I saw people saying were sold there, and I saw a couple images. We had Luffy 1000 Sunnies there. We had the Geicoing Gecko, the gold one that was limited to 100 pieces. Now, an interesting thought about that was the fact that these were actually supposed to be giveaways. So why is it there for sale? Again, as mentioned, the TMNT NFT pops were sold there. We had SDCC con stickers, NYCC con stickers, some Fright Night bundle pops, and then we also had the Hall H Demogorgon exclusives. Now, with big ticket items like that being found, obviously as the days went on, the 3 days so far that it's been held, a lot more people started showing up. Now, something to notate here is they were letting 50 people in the store at a time. So 50 people in that time frame got to shop, got to look around and all this stuff and buy up whatever they wanted. And key emphasis on whatever they wanted, because apparently it was supposed to be limited to like 2 exclusives per person or 2 chases per person, for example. But that wasn't the case, because here are some like screenshots of people basically just grabbing a ton of stuff, unlimited it seems like. And I gotta say that was completely on Funko for not properly enforcing those rules they put in place. Here I want to show you the video going around of collectors and resellers or whoever was there just bum rushing the line, trying to get there first so they can get in and get the crazy exclusive stuff in there.
Okay, you know what? You know what? Come on, man. No. I'm not gonna have that. And I'll tell you one right now. You shoved me on your way over. You can walk that way. Go. Hey, what's going on? That was crazy.
I've been right there. That's what he said.
Hey, where you guys going? Hey, where you guys going? Hey, come on.
And as you saw in that video, people are like running over each other, shoving each other, getting into fights. Like, it's just craziness. Now, based off what I was tagged in over on Instagram, a lot of fights also broken out to the point where people were getting knocked out, and to the point also where like the police was showing up too. So again, this whole event just went completely south. Apparently as well, people were actually being banned for up to a year from that Funko location. I feel like you got to be really doing something wrong if you're getting banned from Funko, because it's like getting banned from Santa's Toy Factory. Like, what is happening at this event? Now, the last set of issues I do want to talk about is the fact that unreleased Funko Pops and Funko items were actually found at this event for some reason. And these did include 2 new Fluffy Pops, Mariachi Fluffy and a Diamond Collection Fluffy, which just looks terrible. I do not know what happened there, as well as the Tanjiro Kamado Target Con Funko keychain. I'm not exactly sure how unreleased product ends up at a warehouse clearance event. That's really weird. So yeah, guys, that basically sums up all the craziness that was happening over the last 3 days. I'm really hoping tomorrow goes smoothly, but again, we're just hoping here. I highly doubt it's going to. So now I want to give you guys my opinions on everything we just talked about. So Funko NFTs, first of all, should have never happened. That was like bad news waiting to happen. I have no idea who thought that was a good idea to sell Funko NFTs for $15, especially when people spend hundreds of dollars. They spend hundreds of dollars on these NFT drops. So I agree with the mass majority that it's not at all fair for them to sell those for $15 when people are spending hundreds of dollars to try to get these redeemables, because in the first place, you put these specific pops that people wanted behind an NFT wall, and then you turn around and sell them for retail. Obviously, that is going to make a lot of people upset and question your integrity. I do feel like this was a huge blow to fan confidence in the Funko NFT department, because it was already wobbly to begin with. I know drops are like selling out, but you have so many people skeptical of these Funko NFTs and so many people that hate it to begin with, and this just gave them a whole new reason. Though with that being said, I don't really feel like this is going to affect their NFT drops. Like, some people might have dipped out, but I feel like the drops are still going to sell out, because technically there is still a limited aspect and a lot of people want these NFT pops. So I feel like anybody going over the top and being angry and cursing Funko's name, but then turning around and still buying the Funko NFTs, you know, I feel like it's just like a catch-22 situation, because like, you hate them for what they did, but then you're still buying the product and supporting them at the same time, you know? And I'm not calling anybody out specifically. I've made plenty of videos of talking about Funko's bad products, and I've definitely bought them myself, so I'm completely guilty of it too. I just feel like as a community, if we're going to collectively say something was really bad and that we really need to talk about a subject, still purchasing the exact figures that they're producing and we're complaining about, it just doesn't really do anything. Now onto the subject matter of people bum rushing the door, trampling over each other, pushing each other around, fighting, knocking each other out, getting the police called on them, getting banned. Like, we're so much better than this. And in the last 4 to 5 years, it has been just sometimes embarrassing to be a pop collector because of the crazy stuff people are doing out there just over a little bit of money in resale. Like, it's ridiculous. It is kind of crazy to think about that all of this could have been avoided if they just did this sale online. Because recently they've already done 2 clearance sales online where you got 20% off or 30% off, I think it was before. So why not just host this online? The only reason I can think of as to why they didn't want to do it online was they didn't want to pay the labor wages that was involved with actually shipping out all this stuff. I can only guess, but honestly, the latter, the wages and all this other money that it would have costed to do it online would have been much better than the event, because the event was an absolute mess. Now, if they do decide to do this again, I have a feeling that we might see some upgraded security, maybe see police on site this time, just because a lot of this also could have been avoided, a lot of the fighting and line cutting and all this, just if they had a lot more security there, maybe handed out tickets in line so they knew exactly where everybody was. Like, there's just so many things that they could have implemented to avoid all this chaos, and they just don't. Alright guys, that's pretty much everything that I have to say on this topic today. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button down below. This is probably the only video I'm going to make talking about this. I kind of want to just do one all-inclusive video versus several parts, and basically keep you guys updated as much as possible. Alright, to end off this video, I do want to say a big shout out to all the wonderful Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys absolutely rock for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon-only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. We also have a Facebook group with over 16,000 members that's buy, sell, and trade. And make sure to be following me on all my social medias at SkittleRampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page to stay up to date. Alright, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.